guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Chito. I'm a YouTuber based here in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. I make videos about my settling in as a new immigrant here in Canada. I make videos about my sewing tutorial, fashion, lifestyle, commentary. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, welcome to the family. If you're a returning subscriber, I'm glad to have you back. So from the title of today's video, you guys already know what is going down. So I have an amazing, in fact her personality is one of a kind. Yes, she's a celebrity. I don't know about, like, I was Yemi's fan, like, from Nigeria. Like, you know, when I saw her, like, I think the first time I saw you, that was in downtown. Like, she was talking to someone. The way I grabbed her from behind, I'm sure she was like, what is going on? Oh my god, yeah, she's an amazing person. I know a lot of you know Yemisi. Yeah, Yemisi is here today, guys. Yeah. But bother with all the questions you guys want.
Oh my god, I'm on the hot seat.
So okay, so let me help you calm down. Okay, let's just play a little game. Okay?
Yeah.
So the game is repeat after me. Okay?
Yeah.
So you're going to say whatever I say.
Okay.
Repeat after me.
Okay. Repeat after me.
Blue.
Blue.
Red.
Red.
Green.
Green.
Violet.
Violet.
Purple.
Huh? Wait, don't do that.
Purple.
Purple.
Okay, so what's the color of my top?
Mustard yellow.
You failed it. I said repeat after me.
Sorry. Hi, English.
Oh my goodness. I said repeat after me. Okay, let's do it one more time. Okay,
sure.
repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Green.
Green.
White.
White.
Black.
Black.
What's the color of my top?
What's the color of my top?
Aha! You got school.
I almost got lost.
I don't know whether you chop your school.
Now some of my mom goes to this video like, oh, you can even learn English in school.
English. Oh my god, guys. So we don't want this video to be long though. Yeah. So now we are calm, right? So Yemisi is going to be taking us down the processes. Like a lot of you have been asking questions about coming to Canada through the student route, both your admission and everything. Second degree, right? Yeah. So we also taught a bit of the first degree too. So she's going to be taking us like step by step how you can get admission in any institution here in Canada, and how you can come over. So because we can't wait to have you guys here, So the first step, what do you think the first step is, like when they want to
come to Canada as a student?
As a student,
I think the first step for me is be mentally prepared. Like first, know the reason why I want to come to Canada, because a lot of people want to travel, but they don't really have their goals planned out. To be honest, it's okay to say, oh, I want to travel, and then you get here, but when you don't really have your goal, you get frustrated along the line. So yes, I'll say do that first. Like, don't jump into it, don't do it because people are traveling. It will make sense when you get here.
Exactly.
So after that, go online, start searching for schools. Let me put up this. Start searching for schools. You know, of course, you should know your program, like the program you want to take. And then start matching that program to different universities here in Canada. Also try to go online to search for universities that have DLI. So DLI means designated learning institution. That means you must make sure that you attend a school that has DLI, because that way you get your postgraduate work permit. Because if you attend a school that doesn't have DLI, then you can't have a postgraduate work permit. So go online, search for that. And of course, in my opinion, and this is what I did, when I searched for different schools that matches my program, then I started breaking it down into so where is this one's location, what's this one's tuition fees, because of course I have to look at my pocket.
Very important.
So and then I just sieved it that way, and I came up with University of Saskatchewan, and I was ready for the cold. Like, of course, people scared me. Like, oh, Saskatchewan is cold and everything, but I just had to.
It's cold, though.
It is. But then the question I asked, which is what I'm going to tell you guys, is: has anybody died because of cold?
I don't know.
I got the answer, I know. I'm like, don't worry,
Don't worry, we will survive.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a, and to be honest, like I'm privileged to have traveled to like 2 provinces now, Vancouver and Ontario, and I still don't feel like I'm at home until I come back to Saskatchewan. So that's it. So after getting all of those, like, oh, now you know your university, you know the tuition fee, and you know the location, then it's time to apply. So what do? Get your transcripts, and this one is for whether you're coming as an undergraduate student or as a graduate student. So get your transcript. So in the case of a BSc or in the case of coming for BSc, then it means you get your WAEC or your NECO. But in the case of a graduate student, then it means you have to get your first degree certificate. So ensure that you have those, and then you send them to the university. So at first, you need just your unofficial transcripts. That's the one you printed online, and then you submit every other document that comes over. For graduate student, you need a letter of intent, or what you call statement of purpose. So attach it alongside your passport. So all of those things.
For some people that don't understand the letter of intent, can you break it down? Oh,
sure. Yes. So letter of intent can also be simultaneously called statement of purpose. So that's where you write out your intention. Why are you coming to study that program? Exactly. Like what's your interest? How does it match with that program? And also, why are you coming to Canada? Why can't you study it in your country? So all of those things. And
you have to be very intentional about it.
Very intentional. Like people pay a lot to have it.
Yes, exactly. You don't just write.
You're competing with
a lot. Oh my God, you don't even want to know.
Yeah. So and for some certain schools, there are some schools in Canada that have high ranking, so you don't just want to just throw in anything.
Exactly.
So for the letter of intent, in my opinion, okay, so for University of Saskatchewan, because I applied to University of Windsor as well, and I got the admission, but that wasn't really, it wasn't stressful. It was straight to the point, maybe because it's a private university. But for University of Saskatchewan, they had all the questions there. So whatever you're writing, your letter of intent should match that. It should be like answering those questions basically, and it should be focused. Like it should be personal to you. Because I've seen a lot of people ask, oh, what's your, please can I have a statement of purpose and just draft? No, it has to be personal to you, because that way it's more authentic and
exactly.
Yeah, I know I've spoken so much.
No. Yeah, but I'm sure you guys might need to get like pen and paper and be jotting down what MEC is saying, or you can watch the video over again though.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. So the second one, like how much can they budget for this program in general? Let's leave maybe like tuition fee aside. It's just the process, both maybe like do they need to pay for
application?
Exactly. Yeah, just
so I should talk about admission and also
then yes.
Okay. So for admission, it depends. So some universities will tell you pay $90 for the application fee, and it is always non-refundable. Some $90, some $100, and some $110. I think that's the highest I have seen. But then that's for admission. The Canada study visa from Nigeria, I paid $150 for my for the study visa itself, and then for the biometrics I paid $85. So what that means is, peradventure you get refused the first time, you don't have to pay the $85 because that's biometric fee and it covers 10 years. Yeah. So and then you just pay $150. But going online recently, I realized that $150 is for those people that are taking programs more than 6 months. So if you're taking a program that is less than 6 months, then it's $85. So you want to confirm this.
You can do that.
Yeah, that's what I realized online. But for me, I paid $150 for my study visa fee, and then $85 for my biometric. But my story is different. So I got refused. I got refused for my visa in the first time. So the second time I was applying, I didn't have to pay that $85 because it's biometric and it's 10 years.
10 years. So wow, that's amazing. Like I'm just getting to know that one can even do like 6 months course.
People come for 6 months, but then of course you can't stay back because you have to. No, you can't get a postgraduate work permit like that. No, you can't. You have to at least do a 1-year program and then get 1-year postgraduate work permit, or do a 2 years program and then get
that one has a lot of disadvantage. Okay. So after the visa,
Okay, yeah. So how much do you have in the account?
Proof of funds, yes.
So according to according to the Canadian website, CSC website, it says that you should have at least 1 year tuition fees in your account. And also, so for someone like me that is taking a 2 years program, have at least 1 year tuition fees in your account and 1 year living expenses of 10,000 CAD. So in Canada, 1 year living expenses for a single person is 10,000 CAD. It's going to be different per family size. So I'm talking specifically to a single person now. But if you're coming with family, it increases, and I know they recently increased it this year as well. So you want to find out that.
So even as a student, you can come with your family too.
So yeah, people come with their spouse. People come with family.
And their spouse, like, can they work too?
Yes, they can work. So they work unlimited.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow, amazing. I thought it's only in UK. I didn't even
no, they do it here. Just that in Canada, a lot of people tend to come in first and then tell their spouse to come in later.
Oh, maybe that's why it's not that.
Yeah, it's not as full as the UK.
Okay, so let's assume maybe after the POF, the admission and everything, and they are being granted admission. So what is okay, we've talked about duration of the study.
Oh no, I didn't mention. So for masters, it's usually 2 years program, like mostly 2 years program. Some come to take postgraduate diploma for 1 year, some 2 years, but I would usually advise people to come for a 2 years program, just because if you do a 2 years program, then you get a 3 years postgraduate work permit. But if you're coming for BSc, then that means 4 years program. But it also varies sometimes, because sometimes if you for example, if you don't have a nursing background and you come to Canada to study nursing, you first go through a foundation stage before transitioning into the nursing program itself. So I'm not too sure if it's still 4 years or maybe extra year. I'm not too sure of that, but usually 4 years for BSc, 2 years for masters in Canada.
Okay, so we finished talking about the duration. What about like the number of courses they can take up? Like at the end, like minimum of courses they can take up. And at those courses, like how much is it?
Well, it depends, and I'm going to talk for University of Saskatchewan.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll be making reference
and also U of R. So I'm going to make a reference to University of Saskatchewan and University of Regina, just because they are like twin or younger. So for U of Saskatchewan, to maintain a full-time status, you have to take at least 2 courses, minimum of 2. Because so what it means is, if you don't maintain a full-time status, you cannot work. You cannot work. So you have to maintain a full-time status to be able to work part-time. What was the second question?
The second question, like how much, like the courses, each course, like I heard, I don't know. That's why I wanted to find out. Like, is it being paid like each course? Do you pay for each course?
So yes, we pay per course. So in the University of Saskatchewan, and then I can't really tell you the cost, because also it varies compared to like it varies in different schools. So in my school we pay per course, and then you pay every semester. You don't have to, there's no like you paying to secure a seat for admission or something. No, so you pay per course.
What about the tuition fee?
That also varies, because I know some programs are cheaper than the other. In my school, I think currently, because I'm going to say the amount because of course of the website. So for my program, I pay one course for almost 1,800.
Oh,
yeah. 1,800
Canadian dollars.
Yeah, Canadian dollars. And yeah, I wanted to say something as well. So if you're an international student, you have to pay international differential fees. So meaning, even though I'm taking a course that is 1,800, maybe 2 courses, right? 1,800, that's 3,600. There's also a particular amount, I think about 1,500, I'm not too sure, for your international differential fee, and you pay it every semester. So that's why we tend to see sometimes that people, take more courses, like take 3 or 4. Even though it can be overwhelming, just so that they can quickly wrap up. So I'm saying quickly wrap up because in my own school, you have the option of finishing before 2 years, or sorry, in my own program, you have the option of finishing before 2 years or even within 5 years, depending on how you want to.
So it depends on the courses. Like there are like minimum courses you're supposed to take like in total or something.
Yes, for my program you have to take 12.
Okay, so it depends on how you fix it. So
yeah,
if you want to fix it in a year and finish it up.
But then that's my program. They gave us that grace not within a year, to finish it within 18 months or within 5 years. So if you like, take one course this semester, but then as an international student, you keep paying differential fee.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So people just tend to
yeah.
All right. And can this tuition fee be paid on installments? Like, do we need to pay it at a go, or we can break it down? Let's say like the first semester, do we pay it like at a go, or we can decide to break it down? Like,
that I'm not exactly too sure, because in my program I don't think we can pay instrumentally. I'm not too sure. I can Google that, but I know that personally, for me, I don't pay instrumentally, but I pay per semester.
But it's always advised, like, just pay and just get it done with. Okay, so you don't have anything that will like drag you back, like in the course of your studies and not. Just if you can even just pay. And
some people pay everything, like it's not the money, right?
Exactly.
But a lot of, trust me, a lot of international students don't really have that, because conversion is crazy.
Yeah.
So people tend to like pay every semester. Some people pay per year, like so I know someone that paid like, because I'm in my second year, so I know someone that paid for the first year and now the person paid for the second year.
Wow.
Yeah, but then there are some of us that pays every semester.
Yeah, so whatever that works for you, do. Yeah, everybody knows their pocket.
Yes.
So let's talk about like their jobs. Like, how many hours can they work?
Good news.
Yeah. Yeah, so you don't have to disturb people back home all the time, of course. Yeah.
So before yesterday, we usually work as an international student. You can only work for 20 hours if you are working outside the school. If you are working within the school, that's if you get a teaching assistant job or research job, whatever job within the school, you can work unlimited hours. In short, it's not counted towards your postgraduate work permit or whatever. But if you are working outside, it has to be 20 hours, except during scheduled breaks. That's when scheduled break is like our summer period, or like all those 1 week of reading week. People tend to increase their hours, but please also confirm from your department that you guys qualify, because in some people's programs, even though the school is on a scheduled break, they don't go on scheduled break, so you can it has to be 20 hours all through. So you have to confirm that as well. But yesterday, the Minister of Immigration decided to bless us with the good news. So the minister confirmed that effective November 15th, I already put that on my YouTube community as well. Effective November 15th to November 15, 2022 to December 2023, you can work more than 20 hours.
Oh, shit!
It wasn't stated how much, and I want to be careful with this though, because personally, I feel like since he didn't say, oh, you have to work 40 hours or something, it might be unlimited hours, but let's still wait to get maybe further, like more news on that
information.
More information on that with that to that effect. So so you can work more than 20 hours effective November.
Yes, and like this part-time job, can it cover like their tuition and accommodation? Like, is it just minimum? Even if it's minimum wage, like, can it cover their tuition and the accommodation?
I'm sighing because I've said this like 1,000 times on my channel that you can't, and I've seen people come for me. What I'm going to tell you is, from my own experience, it cannot. So you can pay your future fees when maybe your first semester or second semester has been paid for, or you already have the money somewhere, especially your first semester. Don't come here thinking you would work for that first semester. No, because you're still trying to adjust to the environment, still trying to adjust to the program.
On the ground, yeah.
Do you know, like,
know your way around.
My first semester, I was still trying to understand like how the program is being run, how to connect with people that are not, my color, like different things. So no.
people from
opinion, no.
diverse
Yes.
backgrounds. Like,
But then I'll say in my second year, yes, I pay my tuition, right?
Mm.
But for first year, no. I understand the pressure, conversion and everything, but even if in my opinion, no.
But when they pay this their is the application fee?
Yeah, for
Okay,
admission.
for admission, yes, and then they get admission. Will they grant them visa without them paying for their tuition, like even if it's first semester?
So way back they would. In short, in CIC, what they call it now, on CIC website, there is no place that says you must pay before you apply for visa, right? Even though there are some schools that will tell you, oh, like we are going to grant you an unconditional offer. Sorry, a conditional offer, and to a large extent you need an unconditional offer, right? Because those conditional offer will say, oh, we're giving this admission based on, like, there are still some conditions you have to meet. So most of the time the condition is you have to pay maybe a particular amount, like maybe 4,000, 5,000 to secure a seat. I know some schools in Ontario that does that. So yeah, but on the CIC website you don't have to pay, but pay because you have to show that you are like you can meet. Exactly. You can meet up. Because one thing I'm very sure that Canada does not want is for you to come here and become a burden to them, to the system. Yeah, so they always like to be sure that you are financially sufficient to be able to, you know, run your program. So in my opinion, okay, for me, I paid for my first semester because I didn't go have a choice. My classes already started when I was back in Nigeria. So I started my classes there and then came over to continue. Oh. So yeah, so I had to pay
it too.
Yeah, no, they can do it because COVID. They have to relax some restrictions.
Everything now is so
they had to relax some restrictions because of COVID. So I was able to continue my classes online and then I joined in. So yeah, to your question, you don't necessarily have to pay. Like it's not anywhere. Like it's not stated on any website that you have to pay, but it kind of just shows that you are financially sufficient. Because if I'm showing money in my account and I've paid tuition, it kind of like just shows your
seriousness that you are good to go. Yeah.
That's my advice.
And I think when they're also applying for each school, they should also be able to read down both all the processes and every other thing. I believe all the informations are there. So in case it will not even cover anyone, So guys, you guys should always research. Research. We might not really like mention everything though, but most times when you research, go online, even Naira Land, you find out information.
That Naira Land
is everything. Like,
oh my god,
Naira Land was my best friend. Like when I was in Nigeria,
it was my default
back to back, guys.
Free information. Like when people meet me and they ask me something, I'm like, oh, check on Naira Land.
Exactly.
But let me check on Naira Land because I know that's where you're going to get all the information.
People will share their experiences. You will see everything there. So let me see, wrap up, please.
Okay. So what do I want to say? You can always, so if you have another question, you can ask in the comment section.
And also follow Yemisi. Yes, Miss Yemisi MS_Yemisi. Follow her. Go and bombard her with all your questions. Any question you need, please go to her page, like her page, follow her, share her videos. It's quite informative, guys. Like, and if you need to relocate as a student, please go to Yemisi's page. Like, she has quality information, like back to back. Oh, Yemisi, thank you so much for coming to our channel.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have her
again.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, she gave me pepper soup.
Oh my goodness, pepper soup that Yemisi did not even eat. I gave Yemisi food. No. Yemisi did not even touch anything. How can you be going to somebody's house and you eat at home? Who does that?
That's what we're praying for.
No! If I'm coming to your house, I will leave my stomach empty because I'm hoping you're going to feed me that day. Stop coming and you eat at home. So guys, thank you for watching our video.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
See you guys in our next video.